So to make it clear, this is a pre-production laptop. This video is entirely just a showcase, so we're just kind of showing off how incredibly and insanely awesome this device is and what it's likely going to be capable of when it launches. Stick around. In terms of specs, this is a i7-6820HK 2.7GHz, a full desktop GTX 1070, yes, desktop, and it's overclocked, 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a 512GB SSD, NVMe SSD, as well as a 1TB hard drive. In terms of I/O, you've got two USB 3.0 ports, as well as a DVD drive and an SD card reader. And on the other side, a full suite of audio ports, USB Type-C, which I believe has Thunderbolt, another two USB 3.0 ports, mini DisplayPort, HDMI, Gigabit Ethernet, and DC in. This is one hell of a beast. It's massive. It can get a little bit loud, but maxes out at about 70 degrees C, has some lighting on the back as well as the back of the panel, and the underside is just incredible looking. It's got a plexiglass panel to see the two fan design inside, and you can remove the bottom panel very easily with a single screw to reveal an extra M.2 SSD slot. You can upgrade the RAM and the hard drive if you want to, and just, my god, this thing is incredible. Now obviously this isn't a review, so I can't give you exact details including what type of panel this is or the exact final specs, but specifically this panel is incredible. It's only 1080p, but the viewing angles are fantastic, color accuracy is beautiful, and it's just a really nice thing to play games on and just generally look at. In terms of the keyboard and sort of trackpad layout, I actually really like the design. The extra sort of area on the spacebar, while looking quite gamer and angular, is actually quite useful, just kind of resting your thumb on there, and overall it's actually really nice to type on despite not being a British layout. Now as I said, this is a pre-production sample, so I can't guarantee any of these results, but I was allowed to show you the results, so you know, this is what happens when you put a GTX 1070 in a laptop with a quad-core hyper-threaded, pretty awesome processor. Now these are the results, so as you can see, this is just incredible. You're easily seeing over 100 FPS in literally every game on ultra settings. I mean, for example, Doom was 135, GTA 5 is 142 average, so this is just an incredible beast, and it did get a little bit loud, especially because it's a very beefy sort of cooling solution, but the actual temperatures didn't go over 80 degrees. I think it maxed out at like 77, 78 degrees after running Unison Heaven for literally like 2 hours full, you know, non-stop. So it's just such an impressive beast. I really am looking forward to seeing the final version of this with sort of final scores and overclocks. So as I said at the start, this isn't a review, this is a pre-production sample, so I can't guarantee that you know, anything will necessarily be the same, although this is launching in Q4, so not too long from now, but basically it's just a really awesome laptop. Obviously, as you can see, aesthetics is absolutely lovely. These fangs kind of light up in order as it turns on, which is really cool, and as I turn it off, I can basically explain. It's pretty loud, especially because it has a desktop GTX 1070 in it. A full desktop graphics card, and this specific model, as far as I'm aware anyway, has had an overclock placed on it. It's like a non-reference, like above the Founders Edition specs, like it's that bad. Which is absolutely incredible. Obviously this type of laptop for me I see is very kind of impractical. It's a kind of mobile desk as opposed to a laptop. But at the same time, it's just a really impressive machine. Temperatures didn't hit more than, I think it was 77 degrees maximum. And the thing is that overall, despite being a little bit loud and obviously very heavy and bulky, it's an incredible laptop. It performs, if not like the same, if not better than my full desktop rig, and obviously my desktop is, well, a desktop, so this thing is incredible. I can't tell you pricing or anything like that yet because, as I said, this is a Q4 launch, this is still Q3, so we still have some time to see the actual retail version. And there are a couple of bits and pieces with this specific sample that will need to be improved, but at the same time, as I said, it's not a review, so this is more just a showcase of holy hell. There's a GTX 1070 desktop card in here. I think it also has an i7-6820K or HK or something like that, or HQ. So it's still a pretty powerful processor as well, which is nice. And yeah, it's just ridiculously impressive. I think I had like 64 gigs of RAM, this spec and that sort of thing, as I should have shown you earlier. But yeah, I guess that's kind of that really. It's just an incredible laptop. Awesome to see full-size desktop graphics cards as a standard in here, even with overclocks on them as well, which is incredible. And yeah, I guess that's that. So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it, and if you want to see a review of this when it does come out, then feel free to let myself and Asus know on Twitter and Facebook. And yeah, other than that, don't forget to subscribe, like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you dislike it, but let me know why in the comments down below so that I can improve for next time and make the videos better for you. If you want to pick up this when it comes out or anything else, it'd be awesome if you use my Amazon affiliate link in the description down below. It genuinely helps me keep the lights on, that sort of thing. So if you could do that, that would be great. And other than that, yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.